Life in remote areas offers a unique blend of tranquility and challenge, shaped by the majestic yet demanding Alpine terrain. The Swiss Alps are characterized by their stunning beauty with towering peaks, lush green valleys, and pristine lakes. However, this beauty comes with challenges. The rugged terrain and harsh weather conditions, especially during winter, make daily life demanding. Villagers often have to deal with heavy snowfall, landslides, and the isolation that comes with these natural barriers. In these isolated villages, the sense of community is incredibly strong. With fewer inhabitants compared to urban areas, everyone knows each other, and social bonds are tightly knit. This close-knit community plays a crucial role in the villagers' lives, providing support and solidarity, especially during tough times. They have an antifreeze chemical that coats and protects them from low temperatures. Traditional practices such as communal farming and seasonal festivals are still prevalent and help to reinforce these bonds. Imagine waking up to the sound of birds chirping and the fresh mountain air filling your lungs, where the pulse of life is dictated not by the clocks, but by the seasons and the land itself. Living in the Swiss mountains is all about being connected to nature in a big way. The villagers go about their daily lives in tune with nature, following a rhythm that shifts with the seasons and what the land needs. For the folks living in this rugged terrain, nature isn't just scenery. It's a key part of everyday life that influences everything they do. Farming, herding, and forestry are common occupations in these mountain communities, where families have passed down their knowledge and traditions for generations. The land provides sustenance, but it also requires respect and hard work in return. The high-altitude pastures, with their lush green meadows in summer and snow-capped peaks in winter, become pieces of labor, joy, and occasional hardship. Summer, with its long days and temperate climate, is a time for tending to crops and livestock. Farmers rise early to harvest hay for the winter months, where herders guide their cattle to the Alpine meadows, where they graze on fresh grass. The valley is alive with the sound of bells and cattle, the hum of bees, and the laughter of children playing among the flowers. It's a time of abundance, but also of preparation, knowing that the coming winter will demand its own set of challenges. Winter in the Swiss mountains is harsh, yet beautiful. The villagers prepare their homes in barns for the cold months ahead, ensuring there's enough food to last through the deep snow and freezing temperatures. Livestock must be cared for, even as they huddle in the barns, and the fields rest beneath a thick blanket of snow. Many mountain families rely on the winter to be a time of hibernation, both for their crops and for themselves, but they are also busy with tasks like wood cutting, sewing, and repairing equipment. This life, so closely tied to the rhythms of nature, creates a deep sense of connection to the land. For these mountain villagers, their work is not merely a means of survival, but a reflection of their respect for the world around them. The mountains shape their identities, their values, and their way of life. Through each season, the people of the Swiss Alps remain bound to the natural world in a way that's both intimate and enduring. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Comment yes if you dare to take the next tour in such a village. In these remote areas, the environment itself is often harsh and unforgiving. Whether it's freezing temperatures in northern regions, mountainous terrain, or deserts, the landscape presents constant challenges. For example, in the remote villages of the Arctic, the people must endure sub-zero temperatures, long winters, and limited access to basic resources. In some high-altitude communities, such as those in the Andes or the Himalayas, the air is thin and the terrain steep, making everyday tasks more difficult. Despite these challenges, these communities have developed systems and practices that allow them to thrive in ways that seem almost impossible. Resilience in these areas is often tied to the ability to adapt to their surroundings and the seasons. People in such communities don't rely on external sources for many of their needs. Instead, they have developed a deep knowledge of the natural world around them. They hunt, gather, grow, or fish for food, often relying on ancient techniques that have been passed down through generations. In some cases, they may grow food in extremely harsh climates, using techniques like terracing in mountainous regions or building greenhouses in cold environments to extend the growing season. Others may rely on livestock that are particularly suited to tough conditions, like reindeer in the Arctic or llamas in the Andes. Independence in these communities comes from self-sufficiency. The people don't rely on outside help because often that help is too far away or too inconsistent to be counted on. For example, some remote villages only receive supplies once a year, and they must plan their food, clothing, and other essentials to last until the next delivery. This requires a level of planning and resourcefulness that many of us in modern, urbanized environments may take for granted. Every season, every harvest, every hunt is planned with precision, and nothing goes to waste. Social structures in these isolated communities also promote independence, but they are also built around interdependence. People work together to solve common problems, such as building shelters, maintaining food storage, or sharing resources during times of scarcity. While individuals may be responsible for their own survival, the strength of the community is rooted in collective efforts and a shared understanding of what needs to be done. The resilience of these communities also stems from their mental and emotional strength. Living in isolation, often far from the nearest town or city, can be psychologically challenging. But these communities have developed a mindset that enables them to thrive despite the isolation and adversity. This mindset values patience, perseverance, and the understanding that survival is not just about individual willpower, but about working in harmony with the environment and with each other. Ultimately, these remote villages exemplify the incredible capacity of humans to adapt and overcome. They show us that resilience and independence are not just about surviving, but about thriving in environments that demand ingenuity, patience, and a deep connection to the world around us. By creating systems that sustain them year-round, whether through sustainable farming practices, preserving traditional knowledge, or building a robust sense of community, these isolated people offer powerful lessons in the face of adversity. Their way of life reminds us that self-reliance and resilience are not only possible, but essential in places where modern conveniences are out of reach. In a world that's gradually becoming more globalized, where it's simple for traditions to be lost or watered down, there are still places that are separated from the rest of the world where cultural legacy thrives in its purest form. Within these underlying communities, every community possesses a treasure mine of distinctive traditions, dialects, and rituals that have been handed down from generation to generation. Not only are these traditions preserved, but they're also embraced, and they are woven into the very fabric of daily life. This includes everything from energetic folk music and dancing to elaborate local crafts. Cultural identity is not a bygone recollection in this place. Rather, it's a real, breathing component of the community that's maintained through celebrations and get-togethers that pay homage to the past while simultaneously creating the future. Despite their remoteness, modern advancements are gradually making their way into these Swiss mountain villages. Improvements in communication and transportation have made it easier for villagers to stay connected with the outside world. Internet access, though limited, is becoming more common, providing educational and economic opportunities. Better roads and public transport options have also improved access to essential services such as healthcare and education. While modern technology brings many benefits, the essence of life in these Swiss mountain villages remains rooted in a harmonious coexistence with the natural world. The villagers take great pride in their heritage and strive to maintain their traditional ways of life. There's a strong emphasis on sustainability and environmental stewardship, ensuring that their practices do not harm the delicate Alpine ecosystem. Life in the isolated Swiss villages is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of human beings in the face of nature's challenges. These communities offer a unique blend of serenity and hardship, where modern advancements and traditional practices coexist. As the world becomes increasingly urbanized, the way of life in these Swiss mountain villages serves as a reminder of the beauty and value of living in harmony with nature.